everyone, this is Pritam Shah and welcome to our YouTube channel Cognitive Coders. I hope you guys are doing well and doing so much of practice for your upcoming interviews and all. Okay, so this is our 16th video of Azure Data Factory RealTime scenario series. Today we are going to learn how to mapping the column names dynamically in Azure Data Factory. Okay, so basically this is the headline. Okay, we'll try to understand the requirements and how to implement the system that we will see here. Okay, so don't skip anything and see this video. This is a one of the crucial thing in our today's industry level. Okay, this system we have to implement everywhere. Okay, uh, the dynamic mapping. Okay, so what is the requirement? So suppose, coming to my blob storage, so suppose there is multiple table. Okay, so just let it be the tables, you just let it be. Okay, so there is two tables, employees and items. Okay, so I have to take this two table only, employees and items. Okay, so suppose you have a source location. Okay, there from there you need to take two tables, these employees and you need to take two tables data, employees and items. Okay, so and after that you need to put it in the table. So here one table name is employee table, and there is a one table, another table, items table. Okay, there you need to put your data. Okay, so whenever you will take the data. Okay, so suppose you are doing select star from items. Okay, so if I'll run, zero affected. Okay, there is no data in the table, that's why showing it like this. So there is the column names are item ID, item name and quantity. But here from the source it is item ID, item and quantity. So whenever it will copy the data from source to destination, so during the column validation, during the column mapping, it might get failed. Okay, because it is the second column here in source, it is item, and here it is item name. So you need to point out that this column's data will get inserted in item name column. Okay, so that thing, if the column name is matched, that is not an issue. For employee column name, it is matched. For this would not be an issue. If I'll see the employees data from the blob, we'll get to see the column names are employee ID, employee name, age and city. And here no data got loaded. You can see there is employee ID, employee name, age, city. For this there would not be any issue, because for wherever we are inserting the data, this EMP table, the schema is the same name. It's the schema, the whatever the column schema column names are same. Okay, but wherever the name change happened for items, there is a name change happened. Okay, the item, it would get inserted in item name. So here you might face the problem. So suppose in if I will create one pipeline, if I will see the copy activity, in copy activity what I will do, if I will take the source folder. Okay, here the file name, if I will pass items.csv, and these datasets already I have created in our earlier video. If you are not able to understand, please see that video first. Okay, because I will not able to do these things from the day one. Okay, because there will take it will take lots of time. Okay, so the table name, what we have here, yeah, EMP. Okay, so EMP, this data for SQL table also, that this data set I have created in my earlier video, you can see it from there. Okay, so the table schema, under emp table and table schema DBO. So I have passed it, and in mapping, if I'm importing the schema, it is getting failed. Sorry, let's see. So there is a mistake. I have selected this sync folder path. It would be file name. Okay, the source folder. It would be okay. Now it would fetch the mapping. Let it come. Let it load. So it has loaded. So now you can see the column mapping. It not happened dynamically. Okay, we have to select it manually because the column names are different. So for these cases, whenever we are going to upload multiple source files in this table, suppose in today's scenario we are going to upload this employee CSV and item CSV in both the table, employee table, and item CSV data in items table. So in this case, how to do it dynamically? We don't need to do it manually. We'll just run the pipeline. It will dynamically take the schema, and it will copy the data. Okay, so for this dynamic execution, once we matched it, we'll get one JSON here. Okay, okay. So if you just see it, if you observe it, under this translator, there in the the mappings are already existed. Okay, till this you can see. So we'll use this thing, we'll use this JSON. Already I have copied it here. Okay, so we'll use this JSON, and we'll create one separate mapping table for this. Okay, so you can see till sync, and after that we stopped. We just use this mapping condition. Okay, for both the source data. Okay, this for this source data also, these are the same thing. Okay, we just change the column names or whatever it is, dynamic for the separate tables, we just changed it. Okay, and after that what we did, we created one mappings table. There we have stored source file name, sync table schema, sync table name, and JSON mapping. These mappings. Okay, these mappings with these data types. Okay, and we stored our data. So for employees table, we have employees.csv, then DBO schema, then in employees table we will store our data, and our mapping schema would be this. So in this way we have stored our data. If I will run, then we would get these two tables data we have stored. So these data we will use here to map our both the source and sync data's column. Okay, so how to do that, we will see here. So first, the 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 whatever we are going to do, that is clear, I think. So now first what we will do for that. So first we will try to see how many tables are there in the source location. So for getting the source locations, file names and file properties, so we need to use the metadata activity, as we all know. So we will first introduce the metadata activity to see the source file metadata. Okay, so if I will take this, I will take this one because I will directly point out to this source file. So if I will open the data set, you can see it is directly pointing out to this till the source. Okay, so under this we have now two files. Okay, so two source files we have, and now in field list, if I will add the child item, so it will give me the child items. Okay, After that we'll use for each. So for each and every child items, this loop will be executed. Okay, so for this I need to configure it. So for configuring this, what I need to do, I need to go to here and I need to select the child items. Okay, so basically this for each loop would be executed for each and every mm, get metadata child item. So if I'll execute it, so for each there is at least one active. Okay, I have to add one activity. So if I'll disable it for now, if I'll run it, you will get to see how many child items will be there. So we have, if you see, you can see we have two child items, the two files. Okay, so the for these two files, if for each and every file name it would get the for each loop would be executed. Okay, so now how we would implement the system, now you will get to see. If I'll copy it here, the total child items. Okay, now we will activate the for each, then already selected the items, and under this for each, first we will take our lookup activity. So why we are taking this lookup activity, I'm telling. So in the lookup activity, so here from in the lookup activity, what we will do, we will select first our SQL link service. Okay, so the after that we will select the query. Okay, so in this lookup activity we will select query, and after that in dynamically we will select star from mm, this mapping table. Select star from this mapping table where source file equals to our this item dot name, because we'll under this child item we'll get the file name in names. Okay, and we have already stored the file names here, and based on this file name it will give me the table schema name, table name, and JSON mapping data. Okay, so I have selected. Okay, so now we'll check the if if it is executing and taking the data correctly or not. Okay, now we'll run it once again. Let the run completed, then we'll come back once again and check. So for me it is failing. So why it is failing, let's see. Data has passed or not. So in child item we have both the table names, and after that in input there is a SQL query, select star from mapping table where item. Okay, here I have not kept it in a string format. Okay, I have to kept it in a string, passed the name in a string format. Okay, for two times lookup run. So the for employees also it has run, so I just need to change these things. Okay, so let's change it and let's run it once again. Here we need to keep these things inverted comma, within inverted comma. Keep it in mind. Okay, so let's run it once again. So now it has executed completely. Okay, you can see the input and the output. Output, first row we have source file name, sync table name, sync table name, sync table schema name, sync table name, and JSON mappings. So like this we are getting. So we will copy this format because to we need this format to write our query. Okay, so next what we'll do, we'll just use our copy activity to copy the data. Okay, so we'll copy, we'll take it from here and we'll merge it, and after that in copy what we'll do, in source file we'll take file name, in file name what I will pass, the same for each item dot name. Okay, so it is item dot name. Okay, then in sync we'll select this one to pass our schema. So yeah, if you want to see these links, this data set how you have taken considered, so in link service we have connected, and after that in table schema and table name we just parameterized. Okay, we have selected parameter here, and after that it is I just parameterized here. Okay, you can see. So here I'll just write the schema here. So now what I will do, in activity I will select my lookup activity output. So in lookup activity output, okay, then it is first row. Okay, first row, and then what I will select, will select the table schema keyword. Okay, done. Then in table the same lookup activity output, then first row, then we'll pass the table name. Okay, now it's done. So in source also, directly we'll instead of using the item name from the for loop, we have this also in source file name, wherever we are in lookup activity output also we have source file name. So suppose if we have multiple datas like this in our source file, so it will only take the employees.csv. It will not consider the other the other files also. So for this we will we can use this thing, but more specific thing, for more specific work we can use this thing like this. Okay, so dot first row dot source file, then after that sync file. Okay, in mapping we'll take this this mapping. Okay, so these things are in JSON, these things are in JSON format, So we need to first take it we need to first take it the JSON, okay, the JSON function. So here what we'll do, we'll take lookup activity dot first row dot JSON mapping. Okay, we'll pass this JSON mapping dot JSON mapping. Okay, so this will give us the output in JSON format, so we'll pass it in JSON functions only. Okay, to parse it correctly. Okay, JSON. Okay, it is fine. There is some issue, let me check. Okay, we need to remove this at the date. Okay, so now it is fine. It will take the JSON activity, take the column, the mapping from the JSON, from our table mapping table, the JSON mapping column. Okay, we don't need to map this manually. Okay, now it is fine. Once the data gets copied, now what we will do, we will archive the file in our sync location. If I am going to see in our sync location, here we will archive the file and we will delete the file from our source. Okay, so for archival only, once again we will use the copy activity, and here I am archive archiving. Okay, so we are just keeping the name. Once this is done, so we'll just take this thing, the same we can use, or you can use the copy activity once output. I will use here the this thing. Okay, so in file name I'm just copying, in sync path I'm just pasting it. Or employee sync, you can the copy behavior, anything. I'm not selecting anything. Okay, and once it is gets copied, so in sync path it will copy the data. Okay, and if you want, after that if you want to delete the data file, you can use the delete activity for deleting purpose. Okay, you can, I will not delete from my source path. Okay, so you can delete if you want to delete. Okay, using the delete activity. So now my pipeline is done. Now if I'll run it, what it will give me the output, let's see. So run has started, let's see. You can see the data gets copied. The first copy activity, it has copied the data in copy activity input. So employee name, employees data it has taken. So for the second one, there is some kind of issue. We need to check. Let's see. So there is some kind of sync side error. uh, okay, there is some kind of sync side error, we need to check. Okay, so for me it is showing item id does not exist in the table emp emp dvo. Okay, okay, it has taken the emp. Okay, for both the table I have taken the table name emp, so I will change it. Let me change, let me alter the table first, and I'll once again run. Okay, now I have changed the sync table name. Both the table name I have given correctly. Okay, now if I'll run, it will not get failed, I think. Let's run it. The run has started. Let the run completed. So I think you have understood where the things got failed. So whenever it is searching for the next table name also, it was employee table from our mapping table. In our mapping table, the next sync table name was also employee table. So it whenever it is started to see that item csv, it is not in sync table name uh, uh, items, so it was incorrectly taking the wrong JSON mapping. So that's why the mapping was not correct and the things got failed. Okay, so now we have correctly written the name. Okay, alter the sync table name, and now I think it will get succeed and it will paste the data correctly. So now it is correct, you can see. If I'll query, select star, you can see there is data. And if I'll query employees also, emp also, I'll see the data. You can see two times it got run, and two times the same data it has uploaded. Okay, so and in sync also, you can see both the file. So I hope you have understood the concept what we are doing here. So if you have any kinds of doubt, you can directly reach out to me via topmate, and or via LinkedIn, or you can comment on this video also. I will reply all of your comments, and I will try to clear all of your doubts. And connecting with me via topmate, there is no chargeable. Okay, there is no charge you need to give. All the services are free. If you still have not visit our channels playlist, I would recommend you to visit our playlist. All the videos are important, and it is today's world industry level, what kind of work we used to do, based on that only. If you are preparing for interview also, data engineering interview also, this playlist, all the playlists are very much crucial, very much important for you guys, very much useful for you guys. So please do subscribe our channel and stay with us, and stay tuned for the next upcoming videos. Okay, so thank you for watching our video. Bye.